Regardless of how many emails you receive, you can always sort every single one of them into these 4 categories. The first one is a calendar. If the event is not shown up automatically, add time-sensitive information to your calendar. To set up the calendar optimally, follow this guide, which I will link in the article. The second category is task or project. Every time there is an obligation from your side and you cannot finish that right now, mark the task in your to-do list or weekly view. However, in the task, you have to either include the link to the email or flag the email. In the latter case, you must write that the email is your flag category to avoid confusion later. The third category is reference. If the email included important files or information, you want to save them in a reliable place. I personally use mem.ai, but there are other alternatives which you can read in the article. You should also be able to forward the email into the software by using a specific email address, unique for the particular tool. If larger files, you can use, for instance, Google Drive or Dropbox. So now we covered calendar, task, and reference. The fourth one is actually optional, read later apps. But if you subscribe to many newsletters, including mine, which you'll find on my website, you might want to save them all to a dedicated place. My recommendations are Pocket and Instapaper. You want to forward the emails to either add@getpocket.com or your unique Instapaper address. When you have set up all these systems, every email has a home and you can stay on top of inbox 0. Nothing will fall through the cracks and you will be perceived as highly reliable and you will have total peace of mind. Let us revisit the 6 options you will select for each email, this time using the shortcuts and the settings, which I talked before in the last video and episode. So for each email, do one of the following. Either archive if not important, simply by pressing E, backspace in Outlook. You can also reply immediately by pressing R, and then archive, pressing Ctrl-Enter will automatically archive it, unless you need to give a more thoughtful response. If so, check number 4 on this list. Number 3 is add an item to your calendar by having the calendar available to you, unless the meeting is automatically added. Then archive by pressing E. Fourth option, add as a new task to your daily to-do list or weekly view by having it available to you. Include the email link or flag the email. Then archive, press E. 5, forward to your reference system by either pressing F, input the customized email address, and Ctrl-Enter. Worst case, you can also manually copy or upload the files. When you're done, archive by pressing E. And lastly, option 6, send to a read later app like Pocket or Instapaper by pressing F. Input the email address and Ctrl-Enter. Then archive by pressing E. With this modern superpower, fueled by keyboard shortcuts, you will go through multiple emails in seconds and be sure never to miss anything. Nevertheless, with great power comes great responsibility. You need to be ultra clear on when and how you will check your inbox. The next video and episode will cover just that.